Hello and cheers, peeps. This is my July TBR video, and I am super stoked about it because we're going to do something a little bit differently. And by a little bit differently, I mean we're going sports mode. So the Toronto Blue Jays are picking this month's TBR, and it could be the worst or the best decision I ever make because let's be real, the Jays not having a hot season. Hopefully they pick me some hot books. This is how it's going to work. I have assigned a book to the 1 through 9 lineup, the starting lineup for today's game. Today is June 28th. If the person brings in a run or homers, I have to read their book. That is the simplest way it's going to go. However, they haven't been doing that great. So I have to also choose if they lose. Let's hope they don't. They're on a losing skid right now. Let's hope they turn it around. Today's the day. However, whatever the difference is between the winning and losing score, if they lose, I have to add that many more books to the TBR, but those are at my own discretion. Does that make sense? Let's hope so. You'll see the full TBR at the end of this video, but for now, I'm going to go through the ones that I have assigned. In the number 1 spot, we have George Springer. He has been assigned A Time of Dread, which I'll be honest, is aptly named for us Jays fans right now. In book number 2, I have The Bound Worlds. Spot number 2 today is Nathan Lucas. We could get that one. We'll find out. Spot number 3, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He gets Peck and Peck. Spot number 4 is Kazuma Okamoto, and he gets Animal Dreams. I'm not going to lie, this is the most likely to get picked because Okamoto is 75% of the Jays offense right now. Spot number 5 is Dalton Varsho. He has been assigned This Is Where the Serpent Lives. Spot number 6, I'm looking down because I didn't memorize the lineup. Spot number 6 is Emily Clement. Country People is his book. Spot number 7, Alejandro Kirk. He has been assigned Cursed Daughters. Spot number 8 is Yohendrick Pinongo, and I have assigned to him Small Boat, but I only have that electronically. And then spot number 8 is Andres Jimenez, and he has been assigned Lost Lambs. So that are the 9 books that as of right now I could potentially see. If we could get like 3 or 4, if we could bring in 3 or 4 runs today, that would be spectacular. If this goes well, the rules may kind of evolve over time, but I decided to keep it simple because I've never done a game like this to choose my TBR. I'm kind of excited about it, except now I have to go sit through some baseball and let's see how poorly they play, but cross our fingers that they do okay. We'll see. I'll see you in a bit. Good morning. Let's recap what happened yesterday, shall we? As expected, they lost. But they only lost 3-2, which means I actually only got 1 book put on my TBR from the game last night, and that is The Bound Worlds, because Nathan Lucas in the number 2 spot brought in both runs. So there is 1. That also means I do get to choose at my own discretion 1 book because there was only a 1-run difference between the winning and losing score. We're going to do that, but I am going to do this again for the game today. They play like every day. It is absurd how much baseball is played, but they do play again today, and I am going to keep the books assigned to the same number spots that they were, and I am going to slip The Great Wherever into the number 2 spot for tonight's lineup. See if we can't bulk this up a little bit. But first, let's figure out what I'm going to read for my own discretion. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use a number generator. I've never used that before. Let's see if I can even find one. And I'm going to put the number of books I have on my Kindle into it, and that number is the book we are going to read. We're going to add to the TBR, so I don't know, what do I do? Random number generator. Between 1 and 66. And then let's do a couple. Okay. So 1 and 66. And we are getting 15. Okay. What is the 15th? Before I Forget by Anne Polly, translated from the French by Dina Leifer. It looks like it's a short book, but that's the one that's going to get added to the TBR. And to be honest, so that's 2 books on the TBR. I do have 5 that I want to read that are going to be part of kind of separate video things. So we'll do one more game and we'll see what gets added to this list. Let's find out. Okay, 3 days to choose one TBR. Has that ever happened before? I'm gonna go with probably not, but alas, this is where we are at. So today, we're finally gonna finish off this TBR. I have the 3 books that we've already talked, 2 books we've talked about. I've got 3 more to add to the list. So we have Animal Dream by Barbara Kingsolver. The number 4 spot brought this one in. I think it was Okamoto, but I'm not sure. But there we go. I have A Time of Dread by John Gwynne. I'm super stoked this is on the list. I've been really kind of like itching to get to this series. George Springer had a Little League Homer a couple games ago, so this is on it. And then in the number 9 spot, we've got Lost Lambs by Madeline something. I'll put a picture up so you can see. So those are the books that have been chosen by baseball for my TBR. All of them are books I'm quite excited about, particularly these 2. They're just ones that I've really been wanting to get to. I've got a couple that I've got as ebooks. I've got one that is on my Kindle as one of the advanced reader copies that I have. I'm super stoked. And the one that I'm going to add because I just really, really want to read it, that is A Year of Marvelous Ways by Sarah Winman. I am putting this on the list because it is not that long. And then I do have plans for a couple of other books, but in case I don't get to them, I'm not going to mention them. However, I had a lot of fun doing this. I think there are definitely some tweaks if I were to do this again that need to move forward, just about maybe finding some ways to increase the likelihood of getting books onto my TBR. That's the problem with sports, is they're so unpredictable. They could put up 10 runs, they could put up 0 runs, and you just got to play it out. But now I know, maybe plan to get my TBR chosen by 2 games. So there you go. This is part of the July TBR. Add in Before I Fall and in Lost Lambs. 6 books. I think that's pretty decent because I'm only reading kind of between 8 and 10 books a month right now. So that is that. Please tell me what you are reading in July. What are you super stoked about? And I will see you in the next video. Bye.